for the first one, I solved for y, and then I got x minus 4 over 3, and then using this, I plugged into the second equation, and I found that negative 8 is equal to negative 8. So the general solution is this. For the second one, I start off by doing negative 3 times row 1 plus row 2 into row 2, and then I got the first 0, and then I did 5 times row 1 plus row 2 into row 3, 5 times row 1 plus row 3 into row 3, and then that gave me my second 0. And then I tried solving for my third 0, and then so I did 2 times row 2 plus row 3 into row 3, and then in the bottom that gave me 3 zeros, and 0 doesn't equal to negative 24, so this one had no solution. And then for number 3, I did row 2 plus row 3 into row 3, and that gave me my first 0. And then I did 2 times row 1 plus row 2 into row 2, and that gave me my second 0. And then I did negative 2 times row 2 plus 2 times row 3 into row 3, and I got my third 0. And then using that, I was able to find z, which is negative 6. And then I used the negative 6. I plugged it into the second equation, and I found my b, which is 5. And using my b and my z, I found my a, which is 0. I plugged b and z into the first equation, and I got 0. So z is equal to negative 6, b is equal to 5, and a is equal to 0. And then for the fourth one, I started by dividing the first row by 7, and then I got this, and then I did 3 times row 1 by row plus row 2 into row 2, and then I got all this. And then I divided the second row by 5, and then I also multiplied negative 4 times row 1 plus row 3 into row 3. I'll give you this, and then I had 2 zeros. So 3 times row 1 plus row 3 into row 3, and then I got the third 0, and using that I found that c is equal to 2, so I plugged c into the second equation, and I found that b is equal to negative 3. Once I had c and b, I plugged those two into the first row, the first equation, and then I found that a is equal to 7. So c is equal to 2, b is equal to negative 3, and a is equal to 7. Then for 5, I multiplied the first column by the first row, and I got negative 8, and then I did the first column by the second row, and I found 6 to be my answer. And I did the second column by the first row, and I got negative 14, and then the second column by the second row, and I got 3. And then for number 6, got some help with this one because might have gone a little lost, but what I did was I started off by doing 7 times row 1 plus row 3 into row 3, and then I got my first 0, and also got a 7 over here. And I did negative 8 times row 1 plus row 2 into row 2, and I got this. And then right here I divided by 2 the second column, the second row, and then I multiplied 27 by the second row, and then added that to row 3, and I got and then I plugged that into row 3, and then I did 5 times row 3 plus row 2 into row 2, and then I got this over here. And again, I divided the second row. Oh yeah, I did that over here. I divided this right here by 2 over here. Then I got this. And I did 5 times row 2 plus row 1 into row 1. And then I got this, but I divided by 17 the second row, and that gave me all of these numbers. And then I did -3 times row 3 plus row 1 into row 1, and I got this. And then I was able to figure this out, and using this, I figured this, and this was my final answer. Thank you.